Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all good. Now then, a nice, easy, straightforward midweek episode for you today. We're going to be making a battery tray to fit our new 12 volt battery to our 104, as opposed to the original two very small 6 volt batteries that we had from factory. Let's go and take a look.
Are you listening? Damn.
Let's get into it. Now, before we get too involved with making battery trays, I'm not going to bore you too much, I promise, just to go through what the 104 had originally, if you don't already know. Now then, we had two batteries, two 6 volt batteries from factory back in the 50s that went at the back by the fuel pump and by the rear axle. Now, I could have just gone out and bought the right 12 volt battery, but they are quite large. So I've gone for an 054 size Bosch battery, which is, in the grand scheme of things, very small. Now I'm hoping that we can fit this at the back and it will take up the size that one of the batteries did from factory. So let's go over it, pop it in the car, see what it's like for size. We will need some terminal adapters because being a little Japanese style battery for Jap cars, it's got very small posts, but you can get post adapters online. So let's go pop it in the car, see what it's like for size, and then make up a tray and get it mounted up nice and firm. Now, one thing also before I go, I went for this battery because it's got these little ridges at the bottom, the little feet on them. So I'm hoping that I can make up some little angled brackets off of my tray to run on the bottom. If not, then we'll go with a conventional style strap on the top. Right, first things first, find myself some nice heavy steel, like 2mm and upwards, like chassis steel, sort of nice thick plate. Cut myself a piece, put some just over a quarter 1764 clearance holes in there, and then bolted them down. Now what we're going to do is just grab the battery and pop that one in. So that's sat on top of there, and now we've got somewhere to build from. Now we've got to try and work out a way that we can clamp that battery down to there, and then probably put a couple of pieces either side to give it a nice sturdy base, and then some angle round the side to make it lovely. Right, we've moved on a little bit from our flat piece of steel. We've welded a piece of angle on there, which is going nowhere, and we've got a couple of pieces of angle, that's still very hot, on the edge, and I've welded a couple of tabs to hook the battery in. So now, if we're lucky, the battery will sit in there lovely. Now then, imagine this sat in the car, use your imagination if you will. This will be bolted down, we'll make a little spacer for the void underneath here so we're not bending the bracket. This will be in with one bracket, so it's just about tight, and then you can slip your bracket in. Now then, this will stop it moving backwards, these will stop it going side to side, and then around the back we're going to get a bit of angle, and we're going to make ourselves a bracket with a hole in, and then we're going to probably weld another tab on the back, obviously, to stop it doing this, and then it'll be a bolt that will go through the bracket, through there, through a spacer, into the body. Job's a good one. Don't worry, I will treat it, I will primer it, and then I will paint it. So there we go, all complete. Just welded a return edge onto the bracket and put a little quarter bolt through just to mimic where it's going to be going into the chassis bracket itself. And he's on there and he's not going anywhere. So the next time you see this, after a bit of treatment and some primer and some paint, pedal will be fitted to the car. Happy days. Very happy with that. Right, that's had a coat of satin black and a bit of treatment before, so that's never going rusty again. Only by hand because it's a bracket for the battery at the end of the day. Stuck a little bit of rubber on the bottom of there. That glue has just gone on there. It will dry clear to just snug up on the battery and keep it still. And the little battery post adapters have arrived in double quick time, which is happy days. So obviously the small one will go on the small post and the large one will go on the large post. They can be tightened up nicely, and then we can make our cables up into there. Right, let's pop it in the car and hope that it fits. First things first, let's just pop our bracket in, like so, and then our spacer, which can go underneath, that one on top, and then a bolt and a washer and spring washer. Nice and straightforward. Let's get that one started a second. There we go. Now then, before we go tightening that one up, that gives us a little bit of movement. That's all lining up nicely. Now then, moment of truth. Battery will go in to our bracket, like so, and then move the back round so that it lines up. Grab our spacer, pop it underneath to stop it bending our bracket when we tighten it up. Longer bolt for this side because we're going through an extra thickness. That one will go through there, and then we should be in luck. Sweet. And if we're lucky, we can get to it with a socket set.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. No more, no more. And he is secure. Let's just pop you in there and show you how it all looks. I am super duper happy with that. It's nice and close to our cable, but it still gives us room for our brake line and also for our power cable to come up through the chassis and over the back. Take that off. That all sits in lovely. And that is removable if you want to go back to two 6-volt batteries. Happy days. And also you've got clearance for our lid to close, so it's going to be a case now of just this cable will come around the back and this one goes to our solenoid, so that is our negative, and then we will get a terminal onto our positive, and then we will go find ourselves an earth, because as we remember we are positive earth, and to all intents and purposes, happy days, she is done. So there we go, a nice straightforward midweek episode on making a battery tray. That's all fitted. We can make some battery cables up and then we're ready to get the dashboard fitted, get the gearbox fitted, finalize everything, and then turn the key, which is going to be very, very soon. And because this is a midweek episode, that means you're halfway through the week. Fantastic. 2 more days to the weekend, then another episode from us, and then we're making progress every week, so we're in a really good place. As always guys, if you want to see more from us, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and as always, have a wonderful week, and we will see you soon. Take care. Nice coffee actually. See you later.